First time we did this, we went to the good old US of A and made ourselves a cool $13 billion in the process. Last time out, we made the trip to Central Europe and only made a paltry $4 billion because apparently Europe hates money or something. I don't know, must be something in the water over there. This time around, we're going back to North America, only this time we don't have to worry about borders. We have access to the whole continent, and unfortunately, we don't have any, objectives we need to bypass, which could make this a bit complicated, but who's counting? All aboard, get your boarding So get those boarding passes ready, because we are ready to do this again, huh? Oh, man. Hopefully this isn't as like the last time. All aboard, everyone! It's Morgoth the Barbarian here, and welcome to another exciting Let's Play, hopefully. Ladies and gentlemen, in this scenario, we are here to do one thing and one thing only, and that's make lots of money. Hopefully, by the time we reach our calendar year 2025, we will do so. That's the name of the game here, is it's only Sandbox it in a nice chill way, all while being as greedy as possible, because that's how I roll. So the way this works is quite simple. We'll start in the year 1850. We'll take it all the way to 2025. And we will just basically, and whatever our book value and personal net wealth is, combined is our final score. Now, normally I would have a multiplier for this, for getting gold as a kind of an incentive of doing that. But for this specific scenario, there is no objective. This is full-blown Sandbox, so this is going to kind of make things a little bit more interesting. In other words, there's kind of a lesser chance we might top that 13 billion number we got from the US. Last time out, I think we got like 4 billion out in Europe. It's a little bit more difficult there. So this is full-blown Sandbox, so we'll see what happens here. We will be playing on this time around on the North American map. This specific one, and I'll set it for the year 1850. There we go. If you're wondering why there's two, you'll see why. I kind of made some changes to this one here. There's also some industries that are not here. Much like last time, we will be setting our revenue modifier to 10%. There's no AI this time around. We're telling the computer to get lost. We don't want no interference anyways, because this is a Sandbox mode, so we will see what happens here and see if maybe that'll help us out. Again, there is no objective here, so we will try to get as much money as we can till 2025 and keep this one going. But we have the whole continent to ourselves. So, with that being said, get your boarding passes ready. Hit those like and subscribe buttons, of course. And let's go. And we are off. And as you can see, yeah, there's no objective. So, sadly, there is no multiplier to help us out here, I'm afraid. Just pause that. So we get this set up, but we've got till the year 2025 to do something here. So as you can see now, I can tell you right now, there will be a couple industries we won't see. We won't see uranium mines or nuke plants again. This is one of those games where it's not not there. Now, right away, you'll notice that there are no territories at all. This is all one giant territory. It's as if borders never existed. My goodness, such a weird concept. We should try it more often. Anyways, but no, as you can see, there's like no borders. There's Now, this one goes all the way through the United States and all of what would be Canada. Okay, so what would be the U.S. But some other areas, too, including Mexico, Central America, jeez, Cuba, and I even threw in a couple other cities in the Caribbean just to make it worth our while coming here, like the Bahamas, Haiti's capital, Jamaica's capital. But I believe this goes as far south as Belize, maybe Panama. But that's about as far as we're gonna go here. But we don't have to worry about international borders or anything like that, so we can build wherever we want. So this is going to be one ginormous network, as you can imagine here. And there's probably going to be some bridges, like, for instance, Cancun and Cuba, for instance. Yes, I added Cancun myself. There might be some giant bridges, especially in the Caribbean here, trying to get from one island to the next. Again, you can do that, but it's going to cost you. And also the trains are one-way, too, so keep that in mind. Same with building over lakes if we wanted to get that insane. Or trying to hop between islands, or what have you, or different parts of Mexico and all that fun stuff. So, but we won't worry about that right now. Let's just find a good spot to build in here. Naturally, the best spot I would look towards is the East Coast here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, this is an 1850, so the industries will pop up slowly. We want something with 4 houses or more. Preferably 2 cities here. We have an iron mine. Let's see. We have a granary here in Columbus and Akron. That could be very useful, albeit there's only 1 grain silo here. What do the ports do? Nothing! At least for now. Let's see, we have Toronto and Detroit. Got a cattle farm up here. Starting to look like the Midwest is your winner. Oh, Chicago here. It's a nice, good spot. Alright, well, definitely the Midwest for sure. That's been decided. Aha. Okay, I think I got it now. Maybe we'd go from Columbus and Akron. Try to incorporate these couple grain silos, and for fortunate, we can get up to Chicago in a timely manner. And Akron has cattle, too. Oh, brilliant. Alright. We need to come up with a name here, so let's see. Yeah, alright. And to keep with the theme here, there we go. Oh, that's perfect. Maximize our investment, and there we go. Okay, so we can build it. So let's see here. Alright, so what if... I'd like to get this screen. We simply did that. This is mostly flat, so I'm not worried about the grading. That should work out nicely for right now. And we will start by getting Cincinnati in that grain silo. Okay. Or not. Nope, I want it, so large station it is. Okay. Okay, we can in Columbus too, so we'll do that. I know, we're splurging a lot on stations, but I'm not too worried just yet. Oh, there we go. I guess for now, as long as one of them has that, we're good. I'll just add everything as time goes on here. I'll start the game now so we can get it going. I'll take Thomas Crampton, even though in the end we'll have the best manager. And it's got to be American C because these trains all suck, if I'm being honest. So. Alright. We'll just start with one for now. Alright. Might take a little bit before we start getting some money in our pockets here. I'd love to have a second train. Can we get one? I think so. Yep. There we go. We have one in Akron, and there we go. Alright. Things will get built up slowly over time here. I'm going to try and not take out a loan. I'm probably going to have to. Alright. Let's get the train situated first, and then we'll talk. That's 2 per year. Okay, that's okay. Need one from Akron as well. Oop, no! That's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Should work. Give it some time and that'll come back. Alright, let's see. Can't do anything in the market right now. Okay. Growing prosperity, I like it. Oh, right. Right. So we need... Go. Actually, Akron should have a roundhouse. And then if we can, we don't have access to a grain silo, but let's see. Okay, we have just enough money for all that. Excellent. There we go. So now our network's all set up. It's a matter of trying to get our trains to make money here. I guess we can push towards Indianapolis next. Once the game allows it. Alright, not too bad of a start here. We got a long ways to go, of course. Speaking of which. And we'll start pushing towards Indianapolis, as I mentioned. I'm not going to worry about that coal plant. It can't really do anything for us. Boom times ahead. Well, I like booms unless it involves my trains. The passenger trains go to Indianapolis. If I can try to get the cattle farm from Akron going. Oh, that's a problem now, isn't it? We'll buy another share, though. It's good to have as many shares of stock as you can here. That way you can at least do something with it. All right. Still need food. Oh, of course. It's still way early in the game. We can build a passenger train from Indy as well. I don't see why we can't. That was out of order, but who cares? It works. I still got what we needed. Okay. Short distances will help, too. So, maybe going to Erie and Buffalo might be helpful, but... Chicago's a little ways away. Would be nice to have, but it's still a ways away, as I mentioned. So maybe Erie and Buffalo would be next, especially if the train's going as slow as they are. Pittsburgh would be nice too, but we've got this river to cross, so I don't know. That's a high interest rate, so I'm paying that off while I can. Oh, there we go. If these trains will arrive, we're going to get lots of money here, so... I think we're going to go Erie and Buffalo. Maybe make it as far north as Toronto. Erie doesn't really... Oh, there we go. Look at that, and we're making lots of money right out of the gate. Okay. Alright. So let's push this all the way to Erie if we can here. Okay, hang on a minute. Okay, good news is we don't have to connect the track. Okay, that's interesting. This is good to know. The bad news is that for whatever reason, I cannot build along the Lake Erie shoreline. Well, that is somewhat sad, but okay. See, I wanted to have it go... If I were to build it right here like the game wants me to, then I can't really... Oh, man, this is a little difficult. Also, both cities are so close to each other that eventually they're just going to have their industries overlap. I'll build it like right here. We'll probably put a medium station somewhere in this vicinity. And then have this train if I can. No, it will not let me do that, so what will have to happen is that. The crazy thing is, because of the Erie Canal, I'd have to build south, so this is going to get really strange, to say the least. And kind of borderline frustrating. Or should I just build a Buffalo and call it a day? Alright. That's probably what's going to end up happening. Okay. I'll build the Buffalo first. That's how I'm going to play it. That's how it's going to be played, and we'll like it. By the way, we do not need customs houses either, just as a minor note. Alright, that one's heading in the wrong direction, so is that one. I'll build the Erie when I'm ready. How about that? Alright, Syracuse does not have enough houses to help to support us, so sorry, Syracuse, you don't get to be built. So it'll probably be Pittsburgh next then. Just looking at the grading here real quick. We'll have to build from Akron. Build a bridge over. Funny part is, this would be a nice little way to get over to the East Coast, say to Washington and Philly and NYC and Boston and etc., etc. So that's probably our ticket towards the East Coast. If we can get to Chicago to New York in a timely manner, excuse me, that'd be nice. Speaking of Pittsburgh, we'll build there. I'll go there next. Alright, we're not ready to open the Pittsburgh station. Oh yeah, market. Buy as many shares as we can here. Or it's too late. Okay. Buy all of that up. I'll just have one go this way, and that's all we need to do. Another stock split, yippee. More profit. Oh my goodness, we're going nuts already. Wait a minute. You know what? Give me my dividend back. What are we doing here? Gotta have that. Sure, give me this guy. We'll do that. Is there any industry we can buy? Nah. Alright, so we can't really go to Erie. Alright, so what do I want to do now? Well, first off, I'd like to buy some industry here, so we'll take some time to do that. Now, we got some decision-making here. Chicago's still a little bit too far. First off, I wanted to build that up. Oop. There we go. Now we bought up all the important buildings. I don't think there's any more grain here. No. Same with cattle. Well, actually, we do have enough for one more round of cattle. Could send it to Pittsburgh. Okay. As long as we send the food to, say, Buffalo, we're good. Actually, I don't need anything on that return trip. Okay. I think Detroit might be a safer destination since it's shorter, or it could even go to Toronto. One of the two. I'm not ready to go to Washington just yet. That's a huge hill to climb. At least for right now. You're wondering about coal? No, we can't do anything with it. We could send it to cities because they do demand raw coal, but eventually it's going to wear off. So that doesn't really help. Let's see. Alright, we'll leave it as is. I'm going to pause the game for 1 minute. I'm thinking Detroit might be a good option. I like that. Alright, Detroit it is. Wow, I have the game paused. No, we do not want to do that right now. The whole bridge building thing? No, we're not ready to do something like that. We don't need to. Alright, let's build this out. Alright, we're ready. Same with produce, too. We can send it to raw cities. Cities raw, but we don't really... Eventually, the game's going to yell at us for doing that. Further down the line. And let's just not do that now while we can. Put in a roundhouse over here. Oh, we don't need a customs house. Those will be yeah, that'll be very pointless to build. Not like we need that or anything. No, not at all. Let's see. Let's see here. That can stay as is. Okay, okay. And then from Detroit, we'll just simply build to here. Okay. Ports need food and goods, but we don't have either, so that's fine. Okay, so let's stay in Michigan for a minute and see what's around here. Ah. Aha! That's not too bad. If I wanted to, I could build a single track, have it go through Grand Rapids and up to this, little logging camp up here. Okay, but we need a lot more money than what we've got, so. Also, I could use this coal and bring it over to Detroit. Wait, no, I can't. Do we have any cities? What the heck? Oh, we don't! Oh, dang. No, we do. It's in Buffalo, ironically enough. Okay, so if I really wanted to, I could take this coal and bring it to Buffalo. It's actually kind of funny. Eventually, the game will yell at us for shipping raw coal, and I'd rather it go to a steel mill, which does not currently exist. But I suppose now would be a good time to start. Oh, cool. We can actually build a small station, right? 2 per year. Okay, we'll do it. I find it funny how Buffalo's the only place we can send it to. But why not? Oh, man. Ah, silliness. Alright. Same with this source of coal, too, but... Alright. So, for this next part, I'm going to build just a single track. We'll send the lumber to Detroit. That's my plan. Let's see. Alright, so we got the Grand Rapids part done. Now we just need to build it all the way up to here. There we go. Let's get the lumber mill up. Let's see, we're going to need one more station in Grand Rapids. If I can get 100K, please. Thank you. There we go. Detroit has all the buildings we need, so I'm going to ignore that. Uh-oh, that's not good. Speaking of things that aren't good, I kind of need money for a new train here. Game, can you help me out? That's not helping me out! What the hell? I said help me out, not make me poor. Thank you. You couldn't have picked a better time for that. Okay. Ah, why not? It's the only train from Grand Rapids, so sure. Are there any paper mill? Yes, there is, but there's only one place we can send it to. Unless Detroit gets one more house, Buffalo's the only spot we can send it to. Which means Buffalo's paper mill's kind of useless, but that one's too far. I'll ignore it for now. Unless we hit up Chicago, but they have a paper mill too. Well, that sucks. There's no point in going to Sault Ste. Marie or whatever that... Or whatever you pronounce this as! It's close enough. Someone can yell at me later. Saginaw, same thing. Toronto, yeah, we can go there, but there's 2 rivers. I love how this produce farm is actually blocking our way into Canada. Look at that. It's literally blocking... Well, let's not ignore the fact we kind of blocked ourselves. The produce farm is literally blocking our way into Canada, or what would be Canada. So you're telling me I would have to build over this, or demolish the produce orchard. Well, that's just, we may be doing that later. So, long story short, Canada's no bueno. Unless we go this way through Syracuse and Ottawa. But... excuse me, what would be Canada is basically out of reach. So we're going to ignore this. Sorry, Canada. I guess you're getting abused. Okay. I'd say we should get... Whoa, that's a lot of money. Okay, I didn't see that. Minor oversight on my behalf. Let's go to Chicago. I think we can do it. We got Milwaukee too, but that's a little out of the way. There we go. That'll work. This is basically a major city, so I will do that. We'll send a few trains that way, primarily anything going to Indianapolis already. Not that one. Yeah, sure, this one. That one's going to Detroit already. Okay. I need another passenger train from Chicago. Send it to Pittsburgh. I'm just going to do one from Chicago to Buffalo. But this one will have 3 passengers. There we go. Since those are literally the only 2 cities on the map, we might as well. We could go to Milwaukee if we want to. I'm going to extend this to Milwaukee. Why not? We don't really have a city over here. There we go. Obviously, we can't do passenger service, but my hope is to get the lumber camp that's there. Oh, we don't want to do that. We do not want to do that. I do want to do this, though. There we go. Hopefully that grows into a city later on. We have nowhere to send the paper right now. Oh, yes, we do! How'd that happen? I'll take it. Indianapolis grew into a city. Good job. There we go. You know what? Let's just upgrade this to a single track. If trains start to use this more frequently, I will upgrade this to double. But for right now, I don't think I need to. Okay. We're doing all great. I feel like the start has been awesome for the most part. We got another green silo in Peoria, St. Louis, Kansas City. I guess we can either do one of two things. We can either head across the Appalachians. I know the train speeds are kind of meh, but so be it. Oh, so give me that. And that too. Fort Wayne, I'm sorry, but you don't interest me at all. Alright, we're good. Okay. Or, I think going to, say, Peoria and etc. is probably our best bet here. Alright. I will make this really easy and connect from right there. And we'll just plop down a big old station over here so I can get the grain silo. There's nothing we can do about delays just yet, so... How do I want to do this? I guess we can send some trains there, but I'm not looking to send a lot. Now that one will leave. Okay. I think I got it. There we go. You know what? I am going to make this a double track. It eventually is going to start getting very crowded. There we go. Upgrade that one too. Fort Wayne, we'll come back to that one later. We don't need it right now. There's no sheep farms to connect to. The grain silo, where do we send that? Akron? Is that our only choice? It is our only choice. Well, bummer. That's fine, I guess. I wish there was somewhere closer, but there is not. Alright. There's also this cattle farm, too, we could take. We can do that, too. Alright. There's nothing else over here. Actually, there was a great... Oh, there is a bakery in La Crosse. I guess the only question is, will this be part of the eventual route to Minneapolis-St. Paul or not? And I'm going to go with the answer being yes. This will be an eventual route to... Okay. That train to Akron, you're now going to La Crosse. Sorry. Hey, it's a lot closer to home, okay? I'm sure it won't mind. Alright, meanwhile, going to take this cattle farm that's over here in Peoria Junction. Alright, that works. That works, and we're making, well, everything is starting to fall off, but that could be because the stock market is kind of mad at the moment. I'm okay with that. Just give me my friggin' dividend back. Come on, man. We gotta have that. Neither one of you helped me! Even, except maybe you, but neither one of you helped me! Oh boy. I mean, there's no steel, but I mean, okay, never mind. Neither one of you helped me. It's been decided. I mean, they could, but that's probably not gonna. Well, actually, you know what? If we grab this coal over here. Well, okay. I guess that dude does kind of help me here, so. Actually, you helped me a lot more than the other dude. All right. I'm sure Chicago has a use for this. Oh, yeah. Got 20 trains without breaking much of a sweat here. Good grief. And we've got a port. Okay, that's going to help. Buying up industries here. Alright. St. Louis isn't that far off. Okay. Ah, that's nice. There's a strike. I didn't ask for that. Bruh. This is 1857. Can't we put those down or something? I mean... Anyways... Now that we've bought up all the industries we want. Let's see here. I'm just looking around. I guess my question is, do I go further west or not? Oh, the rivers over here kind of make this a little bit tricky. Otherwise, I would do St. Louis. I wouldn't go any further west than Kansas City. I mean, Minneapolis-St. Paul's a city. Maybe I could end this route here. Oh, well... Ooh. Okay, that's cool. I'm not worried about money. We got 1.4 million in the reserve. Alright, maybe we do Minneapolis-St. Paul, but that's as far... And Duluth, but that's as far as I go with this. I know there's some lumber mills out in Fargo. I'm not going to worry about that. There's another lumber camp up here hiding in the north. Alright, I guess we can do that. So what I would rather have is for this to come south here. Oh dear, uh-oh. Ah, that works. Okay. It would have to go like that. There's your big station to Minneapolis-St. Paul. So that handles that. Like I said, this was going to be part of that route. Since Minneapolis-St. Paul is so far away, I'm just going to do this. Why not? Alright. It's a little bit of a ways, but so be it. And then we'll leave Chicago as is, so... Alright. Restart. Wait a minute, I think we can get to Duluth okay. Barely. We can barely, but yeah, that's fine. Oh, we don't have enough money for that. That's fine. Now we do. Alright, that's not an issue now. Actually, no. No. I don't want to do that. Sorry, I had a little bit of a hiccup. Milwaukee to St. Paul, that should work. Something along the lines of that. Alright, that works. And Minneapolis is a city, right? Yes! Ooh, double bonus. Alright. Make sure we're letting these trains go right out of the gate, and we're good. I could alternatively have another track go through Wausau to the paper mill, the lumber camp that's hiding in the background over here. Not Marquette, that's not going to help. I think that would be a good option, too. Alright. If I could do that, I'm going to need at least 300K, probably. Stock market-wise, that's good enough. Inevitably, we'll control our own all of our shares, but not now. It's way too soon for that. So let's see. Come on, game, get me some more money here. I could really use some. All right, that helps. This is what I was talking about right here. That gets us to LaSalle. And we get to the lumber camp that's hiding over here. Oh, now we've got grades. Uh-oh. Alright, you know what? As long as it's straight track, I think we're fine. Now I just need 100K for both stations, and then we're off. We're good. Oh, that helps. Thank you. That helps. Sure, why not? Since that's really the only... Okay. Let's spread this out a little bit, shall we? Actually, that last one, I'm gonna try not to get away. See if I can get away without using those. So there we go. That helps. We do have milk dairy farm over here, but we can't really leave it unprocessed. Once again, the game will yell at us for leaving it unprocessed. There's that steel mill I was talking about earlier. We have a source of coal, 2 actually. There's an iron outside of Richmond, and I'm looking around for iron, which is the other half of this equation. If that's it, then the steel mill's kind of useless, right? Yeah. Oh, that sucks. Alright. Well, dang! Okay, I'm a little mad. Anything else? I mean, we do have some iron up here in between Winnipeg. I mentioned the lumber camp mills outside of Fargo. I wanted to, I could single track this and move it over to Fargo. I mean, good, end the strike already. We don't need that. What I do want is that lumber camp, so you know what? We'll do it. Oh, whoa! It's not even connected. Okay, we do need to connect it up. I can dodge the river here. I mean, sure, why not? Okay. That works. There's a good chance we might be using doubling this up to get the Winnipeg, but the distance is so great, I'm not going to do it right now. A little bit too much. Excuse me for 1 second. All right. There we go. I happened to catch that out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, we can do that too. All right. Excellent. All right, this is going quite nicely so far. Almost 10 years into the game, and we're already doing quite well for ourselves, I think. At least so far, so good. Anything else we could possibly buy here? I'll take that. I guess if I wanted to, you know what? I'm going to do it. Even though this really isn't needed, I suppose we could build through Fort Wayne just to have it. Sure, we'll do the Fort Wayne shortcut, even though there's really no need to have it for right now. I'm not going to build a station just yet. But there we go. We technically have Fort Wayne, but not necessarily just yet. Okay. Close enough. So, let this game move on to 1860, and I think that's a good jumping off point for our first stop. Alright. Look at that. 10 years in, and already we are rolling. We're almost at $5 million in revenue. Same with profit. Speaking of $5 million, we're almost there ourselves. Jeez, 10 years in, and we're already beginning to roll. Alright, I like where this is going. I'm not really too concerned about it. Sure. I will keep it. Alright, and then stock market-wise, give me one more. That's fine. Alright. Okay, would you look at that? Everything's going along quite nicely. As I go to save my game, always save your game, kids. Don't want anything weird happening. Alright, I think we're off to a great start. Started off from humble beginnings in Cincinnati, and somehow we've got the whole Midwest going. Look at that. 10 years out, and we're already looking good. So I think next time out, we'll head east, across the Appalachians, all the way to the East Coast here. See if we can get this source of iron outside of Richmond and get our steel mill in Columbus going. See if I can pick this up too. And then that should help us out a lot. The only problem is what we're going to do with this, so... Oh, there we go. This might help a little bit. I think I see our route already, but... Anyways, that's going to do it for me. So, again, you know what buttons to hit, and I'll see you at the next stop as we move along this brand new series. So, peace out, y'all.